Guardians, hello and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny 2 episode. Today, XUR's location and inventory review. We do this every single weekend, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you are used to it by now. But before we delve into that, every single week I like to do a giveaway for my subscribers of, say, 1,000 silver or a random emblem. Now, I've only got a few of these emblems left on the screen, and I'm going to be giving away one this week in these weekly videos. So all you have to do to enter is be subscribed, share your support, like the video, and leave a comment down below on what you think about XUR's inventory in this video. Also, you can enter in on every video that I upload this week, which gives you more entries into winning. So good luck to the winner, and also congrats. So moving on to this video, XUR's location. He is in Winding Cove EDZ. If you don't know where that is, all you have to do is go to Earth, click on European Dead Zone, go down to the bottom left, and go to Winding Cove Landing Zone. XUR's little marker is going to be right here. Click on XUR's marker, and just start traveling up to his location. Now, the very first thing I want you all to note is you can just go into the cave, which is literally right there. But the way I get up to XUR is probably a little bit unorthodox, which is I pretty much climb this hill, I jump up to this point here, jump over to this spot on the ship, and I run across, and I slide, and I'm literally right in front of them. It takes a little bit longer if you take this route. Also, just realize there's actually a regional chest here, so I'm going to grab that really quick. And now it's time to go over XUR's location and inventory. So location done. XUR's inventory, though, on the other hand, he's got 4 exotics like normal, and he's going to have 3 exotic helmets, one for the Warlock, Hunter, and Titan, and he's going to have the Vigilance Wing Osiris exotic pulse rifle. Now, going over the pulse rifle first, really good for Crucible competitively. It is actually pretty great. And I actually have been able to fight off Mida users with this, so it is a Mida killer if you know how to use it. One thing to really state though, first off, I'd like to show you the lore. So read through the lore, pause the video if you haven't read this before, it's actually pretty interesting. Now moving on to the actual perks, we've got Last Stand trait. Improved weapon performance when its wielder is the last living member of the fire team. Now, how many situations have you ever been in where you are playing Countdown and you're the last surviving ally on your team and you need that increased weapon performance? This is really useful for those 1v1 scenarios, 1v2, 1v3, especially 1v4. If you are facing off against a 1v4 and you want any kind of idea or any kind of hope for survival, you might want to have this Last Stand trait active. Moving on to the next thing is going to be the Harsh Truths intrinsic exotic perk. This weapon fires a 5-round burst, and that also can 2 to 3 burst people, by the way. And when a nearby ally is killed, gain health regeneration instantly and increased movement speed. This is a beautiful exotic competitively in Crucible, so why not buy it? I know a lot of you probably out there have already received this exotic because it's actually got a really high drop rate for some reason. I know a lot of people that have gotten this for their first exotic. So if you've ever received this for your first exotic, congratulations. If you haven't, well, keep grinding for it. You might get it, or just purchase it from XUR. Moving on to the next thing, Foe Tracer. Foe Tracer Exotic Hunter Helmet. This is going to have the Relentless Tracker intrinsic exotic perk, which is visually marks targeted enemies, deals more damage to low health marked enemies. So if you're using this, I would actually highly recommend you using this, not in the raid, probably not in the strikes. The only real scenario I see you using this in is Trials of the 9. If you mark a enemy inside of Trials and you're actually team shooting, if the enemy is weakened, you will do more damage to that enemy with a Mida or something that you're shooting from a long distance, or even anything. And if you're doing the team shooting method where you've got 4 Midas, you actually should be able to pick someone off really quickly using Foe Tracer, which can give you the upper advantage in every single round of Trials of the 9 and allow you to get to that flawless win. So being able to win quickly and easily by giving you the upper advantage, Foe Tracer is actually really good at doing so. On top of that, you can run this while running a golden gun, and golden guns are really broken inside of Trials right now, so good luck to all of you. Moving on to the next thing is going to be an Insurmountable Skullfort, which is going to be a pretty decent exotic. Just saying though, there's some situations where this won't come in handy. And I know a lot of people out there will say that it's not good, but I'm going to give you a little instance of how I like to use it. So an Insurmountable Skullfort. This is going to be kills with arc melee abilities, trigger health regeneration, and restore melee energy. Now, using a melee arc ability, you're obviously going to be running Striker Titan. You're going to have your pulse grenades. If you're up close and personal to someone, throw a pulse grenade underneath them or behind them. It will damage them just enough to where if you're taking damage, you're obviously almost dead, but get in there quickly, throw that melee, kill them with the arc melee, and you'll instantly trigger your health regeneration. So if you're in those close counter fights, you're going to have 2 pulse grenades anyway. Throw a pulse grenade, melee. You actually have a really good use for the transfusion matrix on the Insurmountable Skullfort just by having that. So it's actually a pretty decent exotic if you think of it in that regard. So remember, pulse grenade, melee combo, really good. Melees by themselves, not so good. Most likely you're going to die. Moving on to the next one, Nezarec Sin. I highly recommend out of any of the exotic helmets to get Nezarec Sin. Why? This is the one exotic helmet I use every single time I'm doing the Leviathan raid. And I've completed the Leviathan raid probably easily close to 30 plus times. I've helped countless Guardians through the raid with my clan Unusual Insight, so shout out to every single one of my clan members. And we've done a great job teaching new people in the raid how to complete it, and also how to speed run, and also how to carry other players through so they can help their friends and their fellow Guardians, their family members. And this helmet has helped me a bunch. You all know I've got Warlocks. I've got a lot of Warlocks, and when I'm running my Warlocks, this Abyssal Extractors is a great perk. Void damage kills increase ability energy recharge rate, which is good for your super, your rift, your grenade, and your melee. Getting all of those back faster is the difference that it makes to me clearing out ads in certain sections, or killing the dogs, or just being able to do things, okay? I like to get my supers back right away. I like to get my grenades back so I can use those as often as possible. And my melee, when I'm running Voidwalker, my melee gets my health back. So if I have my melee ready, then we're good to go. If I have my grenade ready, we're good to go. Because I can use my grenade to damage ads, or I can eat my grenade and be able to get my health back that way as well. And then I have my healing rift on top of it. Basically, I never die. So just letting you guys know, Nezarec Sin is a helmet that you wouldn't think is really good, but this helmet will keep you alive if you're a Voidwalker. So again, highly recommend this exotic, just to give a pointer out to any new person jumping into Destiny 2. Now, this video series is not for the players that have been playing since the beginning. I know a lot of you probably already have these exotics. Maybe you just made a character, awesome, good job, congratulations. Now you can buy that exotic for that character. But a lot of you have probably been playing. By any chance, if you don't have any of these exotics, I actually recommend a few of them. Now I will say this, XUR has already sold Foe Tracer once, which is horrible because we've already got our first duplicate. So XUR, bad on you. Other than that, this is a good series for any new player jumping into Destiny 2 for the first time and you don't know what to buy. You don't know what to get. Again, if you're starting out with a Warlock, definitely buy this helmet. If you're starting out with a Titan, you don't have to buy this. If you're starting out with a Hunter, you definitely don't have to buy Foe Tracer because you're going to be using this more for Crucible during the competitive side, most likely Trials of the 9. And if you're just starting out, you don't need this helmet just yet. I would highly recommend getting the Vigilance Wing though, because it is a good pulse rifle. And it will help you out during a lot of the problems that you'll face inside of Trials, inside of normal Crucible, and also situations inside of PvE, strikes, nightfalls, raids. This is actually a pretty decent pulse rifle, so definitely grab it. So Guardians, that's all for this XUR video today. So XUR's location inventory review is all done. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're new characters to the game and you've actually been able to get something new or informative out of the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Guardians. Also, huge shout out to the patrons, and also another thing, perfect time to subscribe for daily Destiny content and other stuff I like to play on the channel. If you guys like the content and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. And also hit the little bell and turn on notifications to get notified when I go live or upload a new video. As always, to every single one of you that are used to the channel, stay violent and be privileged.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's a logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy!